I'm sorry, what did I call?
This is Health Info Management Medical Records Department from Parkland Health.
Okay. I'd like some information, please. Can I give you my information?
You need medical records?
Can I give you my information?
Yes, ma'am. It's just that, what exactly do you need?
What can you offer?
Well, I can't give out information over the phone. And if you're asking for medical records, then you can fax over a medical records request, and that's how we process that.
Okay, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Arlie, A-R-L-Y.
Okay, so I have questions about my diagnosis. Am I able to speak with the doctor, find out what the doctor is, get any information on my background? It's like a Twilight Zone. So how would I request the medical records if I don't know what's going on? And no one will look up anything.
Yeah, ma'am. I mean, for medical records department here, our policy is that we can't give any information over the phone.
I don't know how I would get the medical records because they asked for my social prior and my birthday, and I'm not getting any assistance. That is personal information. And I don't know how to make progress if I don't know what's happening, and I can't. How am I going to request the medical records if I don't know what doctor to request it, the information needed? Where do I go to find out what happened with Parkland in my experience at Parkland? Because it must have been something pretty extreme for someone to guard my door 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite understanding.
You don't understand what requests wanting to know how to get a solution on my records and understand what happened while someone was guarding my door while I was at a hospital stay? How would I get that information if I'm not allowed to know what doctor did it or get any information on the doctor? What if I need an appointment with the doctor? And then the people are depriving me of the right to know what happened. How am I going to progress? Calling Parkland records and the hospital. How am I? If I put in my social, my birthday.
Yes, ma'am. Usually when we send out any medical records, we would have to have an.
I'm not being heard, ma'am. I'm not quite sure what doctor. If I call the doctor's office, then maybe they can give me some information, or went in to see why someone was guarding the door 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I'm not being heard. I'm calling the hospital, and the hospital now, they have really strict rules where you don't get anything resolved. Used to be you would put in your personal information and they weren't afraid to tell you what doctor assisted you and where forwarded you over to get assistance in medical treatment. Now I'm deprived of that right. So I'm not quite sure why I called this hospital and they don't want me to know what doctor assisted me. Direct me to the right location to get, how am I going to request a medical records, ma'am, if they won't tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so it looks like you probably want to speak to the doctor. Let's see. Do you remember what facility? You're at the hospital?
Yeah, they took me to the mental health part. I told them I was there on false pretenses that was on camera footage. But they said that I wanted to hurt myself. And then, I was blocking traffic, which was a blatant lie, and I informed a multitude of people that, and it was on camera footage. So when a multitude of people got caught in lies, they moved me over to another floor where I was guarded, but I wasn't guarded at first. But when a lot of people were caught in lies, they moved me to another floor, and it had feces all over the mirror, and I reported it. And then after that incident, they removed me when a multitude of parties got caught in lies to where I was guarded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at the front door. Initially, I was the only one guarded, and then I questioned why they would guard me. And then they say on a certain protocol, they have to guard people depending on what they were there for. So I don't know what I was there for, ma'am, and I haven't found that out for years. I've been deprived of that right to know, which I thought, wasn't ethical. If I was guarded in the hospital, I have a right to know why it's being done. And I've been deprived of a lot of rights, including right now to know what doctor, set this up. I did put in my social and my birthday. And you don't know where to go to find out what doctor I need to see at the hospital?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. Okay, so what I can do is, obviously, you want to talk to the doctor or someone in the mental health facility or psychiatric health.
I did put in my social and it said my name and my date of birth, and you don't have any records on, who I need to speak with or how I can find someone? They forwarded me over to you. I spoke with another person and they told me to talk to you, that they couldn't help. They only do transfers. And it said my name, my date of birth, and they said this was the line to help, and you still can't?
No, I can't do nothing over the phone. I can't give out even just a phone number over the phone.
Okay, so you're saying that I need to come in. Now there's a new procedure. Okay, so now, even entering my date of birth and social, I have to come in to find out what doctor I need to speak with. That's the only way.
Well, what I can do for you is I can probably transfer you over to someone else that can help you find the psychiatric unit to see if they can help you with that.
Okay, this will be the third transfer. The second time I've transferred my third person I'm speaking with. But go ahead, ma'am. No resolutions for years. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
COVID-19 vaccine. You can find more information about the vaccine. Who can get it?
Yes, I put in my personal information. I'm trying to schedule an appointment with a doctor. I don't know. Remember the doctor's name that I saw there?
Can I get your name?
It's Kiana Clark.
Date of birth? See that you came here to us, ma'am. What do you need the appointment for?
You don't see that I came there to you?
Mm-mm.
I was saw by Dr. Jenkins, and then it changed when Dr. Jenkins got caught in the lie to another Dr. Lord? Or did they all disappear?
Those providers here.
Okay, so I don't know. It was with the mental health part?
Mental health, you said?
Yes.
Oh, that's not here, ma'am. This is gynecology.
Oh, okay. I'm just experiencing a lot of weird things. You there, ma'am?
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you transfer me over there? This is Parkland Hospital?
This is Parkland. So you're trying to look to maybe, are you talking about the psych?
Yes.
Okay, let me transfer you to
Do you have a
operator.
direct number? Do you have a direct number, ma'am? Because I just have such a hard time for years.
The operator for.
Okay, ma'am. Let me make sure I understand. So there's no direct number.
There is a direct number, ma'am, but you need to speak to the operator for that.
Okay, so at this line, you can't help.
Right.
Okay, thank you. So as part of the harassment, it's transferred over and over. Hello?
Hello, I can help you.
Okay, what did I call?
Parkland operator
For what department?
for Parkland, the whole hospital.
Okay, I was told that I was needed to get transferred to the psych line for the psych help.
Are you need to speak with a nurse?
Yeah, well, I wanted to know what doctor I saw
Okay, let me
to schedule an appointment. I've been having a hard time for like 17 minutes, in fact, years.
What is your phone number? Saw when you were in the main hospital?
Yes.
Or you just want to know?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the psych doctor's name, ma'am?
It looks like it's, he has a weird name. It's H-E-H, and then there's a comma, and it's C-H-E-N.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, first it was Dr. Jenkins. I'm trying to go over it with you. Okay, first it was Dr. Jenkins. Because I was there on a 72-hour hold on false pretenses, which I informed everyone there that, and was getting terrorized, and it was someone guarding the door. It was Dr. Jenkins. When Dr. Jenkins got caught in lies, they moved me to another floor where I was guarded. Then it changed to Dr. Lord did it, and now it has changed to another doctor. So if these doctors didn't exist, I didn't even see that doctor. It was Dr. Jenkins, then Dr. Lord, and then another doctor. Why would they, if that doctor did it, was I guarded? But that doctor came after they were guarding me in the in the hospital room.
So as far as I'm seeing here, on May 13, 2021, that's where you were at. 17th floor, psych, and then that's the doctor. But if you need more, then I can...
Who was the doctor before that, ma'am? Because I was hospitalized April 26th. And if they kept me past the 72-hour hold and that doctor saw me in May, then why would they keep me past the 72-hour hold? And I didn't see him till May.
So yeah, it doesn't give me the doctor's name for that. You would have to speak with medical records. That's the only one I'm seeing is the one I told you.
Okay, so what was I there on? Gave you my social and my, I gave him my information. What was the pretenses?
Like I said, you have to speak with medical records about that.
Okay, then make an appointment with the doctor. Can I speak with the doctor's office?
Well, to be in the 17th floor, you have to be admitted. We do have a psych clinic that I could give you that number.
I'm just trying to get some answers, ma'am, on why someone was guarding the door when I was in a hospital stay and they were fully aware that I was there on false pretenses and then took the phone out my room and why feces was smeared on the mirror. I reported it. I made several complaints about me getting violated at that hospital stay. That's a lawsuit to put me in a room where it was feces smeared all over the mirror. That raises health concerns. And they said they openly said that they had to wait to get that room ready. It took a while for them to prepare that room for me. That's what the police said. I'm not quite sure why the police had to guard me and walk me to the door and walk me to this unit. A police transferred me to this unit, ma'am, personally. So if I was there on false pretenses, there's an extreme amount of police guarding me at a multitude of locations, and I'm trying to get down to the bottom of why I'm such a big threat. If I was there blocking traffic, and why would police need to be there guarding me? And then after that, I stated, why is police here guarding me? Then all of a sudden, it was hospital staff guarding me? Do police normally, is this a psych department? Because I want answers on if they all pay psych.
I'm going to connect you there, ma'am.
Yes, because I don't understand why police were there guarding me and if that's protocol. Hello, I'm sorry, what did I call?
17 inpatient site.
Oh, good, thank you. May I have your name?
Delia.
Okay. Is it standard protocol for random people to get guarded by police when they're in the hospital? Their room?
You say, is it what?
Standard procedure if you're admitted into the hospital. Let's just say for someone stating that you block traffic. Is it standard procedure for police to guard the room?
It depends on the situation.
I just told you what it was. They stated that I was blocking traffic. It wasn't true. But if I was blocking traffic,
I can transfer you to the police department.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you for Parkland staff because if you allow police to terrorize me at the hospital, then you need to be held accountable. So I wanted to know, is that normal procedure? Have you witnessed police guarding someone's room at a hospital before?
I'm gonna transfer you.
I didn't ask you that. This is Parkland Police?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Can I give you my name? I did some reports and I want to know the status.
I'm sorry, what is it you're needing?
Did some reports and I want to know the status of my reports.
Okay, what's the case number?
Can I give you my name?
What's your case number?
You're depriving me of the right to give you my name. It's easier. People make it so hard for me routinely. Am my name's different. Am I allowed to give you my name? I'm sorry?
It's easier to find it by case number.
Yeah, I don't have it. Is it easier for me if I can give you my name, if I'm allowed? People make it so hard for me, ma'am.
It's just easier for us. What's
So
your
you're
name?
depriving me of the right to just give you my name. You're forcing me to have to give you a case number? I'm forced to do that.
What is your name?
It's Keyana Clark, Clark. I believe April, towards the end of April 2018. And then May, I made several reports.
Yes, I'm showing multiple reports in here.
Around that time frame?
Which one are you referring to?
Is it around the April and May time frame of 2021?
I've got like 8 different reports during that time frame.
Okay. What was done on any of them?
Well, I can't release that information over the phone.
So you don't want me to have an update of my report?
No, I can let you speak with a supervisor. I don't know which report you're referring to.
Okay, well, when do you see the one where Dr. Jenkins, they kept me to pass a 72-hour hold? And they stated that Dr. Jenkins did it? And when I told them to review the camera footage to see, Dr. Jenkins stated to the police that she was going to hold me past the 72-hour hold. She felt that it was necessary. Then the next day I slept on it and thought about it and called the police again. And I said I didn't even see Dr. Jenkins to hold me past the 72-hour hold. So I called the police and reported that. She had already stated prior that she was holding me past the 72-hour hold. I thought about it. I didn't even see her. How would she know she needed to hold me past the 72-hour hold? Then they concocted Dr. Lord did it. Then when Dr. Lord did it, it changed to another doctor. I reported it to the police. So when a multitude of people got caught in lies, they transferred me over to another floor that the police was guarding. So I asked them why police was guarding my room. So then they didn't have answers on why police were guarding my room. Then staff started to guard the room. There was a lot of harassment I experienced on this hospital stay. That's what I reported. All those reports. And then I was there on false pretenses that was observable on camera footage. They said that I was blocking traffic. It was camera footage showing that I was sitting at the courtyard, fully away from traffic at Salvation Army, and as I had been doing that whole day. It's a crime to slander someone and get them detained on false pretenses. I reported it to Dallas Police Department, South Central Patrol, and Parkland while I was there on false pretenses. I also reported abuse by staff. Then they took the phone out my room and deprived me of the right to even appear at court. You there, ma'am?
Okay. Let me see what detectives are working your case. So
Y'all don't know why they wouldn't have called me. And my property came up missing. Do you see where my property came up missing? Where I recorded the police rushing me and depriving me of answers on why they were detaining me? And my money and my card and my social security card? It never was recovered.
Okay.
And then the hospital won't compensate me for not following protocol and my items being misplaced. I had like $50, $60 and I was already homeless and terrified for my life. And my card with funds on it. I had a lot of issues there in my stay. It was like I was getting terrorized. But okay, so do you see where I reported the item stolen?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay. They won't compensate me. They were able to steal items and, lose my items, and I can't get compensated. I can't get an attorney to fight all this chaos I routinely experience. So you're going to get me to a detective?
Yes.
Why wasn't a detective already called? Why didn't a detective already call me?
I can't answer that for you, ma'am. You'd have to ask them yourself. They're in a separate office than I am. This is the 911 center.
Okay, they're in a separate office. Okay, the detective. Okay, thank you. Do you see the report about Dr. Jenkins and then Dr. Lord and then the staff couldn't get their life straight?
I see multiple reports, but I'm going to have to let you speak with the sergeant over investigations.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hold on one
Okay,
second.
Sergeant Garcia, I hope he answers.
Yes, I just told him I was transferring the call.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Sergeant Garcia?
Yes.
Okay, do you see my reports?
No, what report are you talking about?
Okay, can I give you my name and then you can look up my reports I have? She says she saw them. I guess she didn't give them to you.
No, she didn't.
Okay, can I give you my information?
Yes. Do you have a case number?
I don't have the case number readily available. Is it okay if I give you my name?
Sure, hold on. Let me get on the computer.
Okay. It's Kiana. You see 2 cases?
So what is it you need?
You see 2 cases?
No, I see a whole bunch now.
Okay, so the ones that I'm more concerned about is the one for April and May of 2021. My phone's malfunctioning. I'm trying to get those case numbers for you, but my phone's malfunctioning. It does that quite frequently. I can't get investigation for it at my provider or anywhere else. But so the ones in May of 2021 where Dr. Jenkins, I reported because I was there on false pretenses. Do you see that I reported that I was there on Parkland Hospital on false pretenses?
Patient wants to report that employees are making false statements and mistreating her.
That too, but you don't see where I stated that I was there on false pretenses, that there was slander to get me detained?
I can only click on one at a time. Hold on.
Okay. I gave you the month. The month was April and then May. I was detained April 26th, and I told the officers that detained me, the 3 officers that rushed me when I was outside, claiming that Parkland staff, Salvation Army staff told them I was having a mental crisis. That was on camera footage, that it was a blatant lie. I informed them of that. They didn't want to review the camera footage or check into it. They handcuffed me and hauled me off. and I reported to a multitude of Parkland staff that. You don't see that report that I was stated that I was there on false pretenses?
I really don't.
Oh, because I talked to an officer, and he stated that I had to speak with Dallas. So now it's lost? My phone's malfunctioning again. I'm trying to get that case number. My phone does it. Like I said, I can't get investigation.
Right, well, I'm looking for it, but I don't see that.
Okay, so do you see where I reported that Dr. Jenkins stated that she was going to hold me past the 72-hour hold?
Hold on.
Okay. Right, Dr. Jenkins. Okay, you got to put me on hold? Okay.
Just for a minute or two.
Okay, well, hopefully my phone won't malfunction again. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
My phone keeps malfunctioning. Each time. It's giving me a hard time. Trying to get down to these case numbers.
Miss Kenya?
Yes.
I've read a couple. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't seen Mr. Jenkins, Dr. Jenkins on it.
Oh, you don't see Dr. Jenkins? Okay, do you see that I was reported that I was there on false pretenses?
Well, they're not labeled that way. They're labeled either informations or assaults or that type.
Okay, so I don't understand if that it's a crime. Is it a crime to make slander someone and get them detained on false pretenses?
It is.
Okay, if I reported that, what happened?
Well, it would be here. I don't see it.
You don't see it? Okay, I definitely reported it a multitude of times and they took the phone out my room. Can you tell me why they were guarding the hospital room? Why were police there guarding the hospital room?
That's a hospital. We have nothing to do with that.
They said they transferred me over to the police to figure out why my hospital room was being guarded. I have a right to know why you were there guarding the hospital room. I'd like to know why you were there.
The police, you mean?
Right. That's pretty extreme because I feel police are my bullies, and it was intimidating me that my bullies were there guarding my hospital room. The ones that had rushed me and had me there on false pretenses made me feel very uncomfortable, as well as them showing up at a multitude of other locations. So I wanted to know why they were there guarding.
What do you mean false pretenses?
What do you mean? I just told you that someone may have slandered me and got me detained on false pretenses, and you said you can't find it?
No.
Okay, well, I want to know why they were there guarding the hospital room.
Usually, if they put a sitter, they're called sitters.
Why Why did I need a sitter? Because I was there on false pretenses,
and you I would not know.
They just told me to talk to you. I want to get down to the bottom of why police was there guarding my room, while I was there on false pretenses.
That I would not know, ma'am.
Okay, well, you're a sergeant, and I'm reporting crimes. I have a right to know. It's a crime to make false statements to get someone detained. Then, in addition to that, whatever the hospital lied and said that had police there guarding my room, and then took the phone out of my room so I couldn't report the crimes that were happening at the hospital. Then, after that, deprived me of my right to even go to court. You're a sergeant. Are you depriving me of the right to get to the bottom of all this? I'm trying to give you the case number, but my phone keeps malfunctioning. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, so how are we going to get a resolution on where the origin of these false statements that got me detained? In addition to, I did someone at the Salvation Army. Well, what we would need to do, you're Sergeant Garcia?
Yes.
Okay, so if you have my reports, what are the reports you have? Let's start with that.
You have quite a few.
Okay, from May and April, that's what we concentrated on.
Yeah, the 6 cases.
Okay, and what are those? The ones that you do see?
Like I said, they're labeled differently. I can't tell tell you what.
Okay, so let me. She couldn't tell me, and I'm on the phone with a sergeant, and you don't want me to know what my case is regarding? Are you trying to tamper with evidence and prevent me from investigation?
You want to, but what I'm saying is, it doesn't say what you're asking for.
I just don't understand what the cases that were open, why I would be deprived of the knowledge to know what the cases that I reported or what they were about. That doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Right.
So I'm asking you what the cases are regarding. You said that you don't see the one where I reported that the slander from the Salvation Army staff that got me detained.
So you want me to see one if it's not here? Is that what you're saying?
I want to know what you do have so we can concentrate on what happened with those.
The one I'm reading right now is lost and found property.
Okay. And then you said that there was 5 other ones? Are you depriving me of my right to know what you have? I would like you to know. Are you trying to tamper with evidence and keep me from education on what? I just want to know what you have. You said there are 5 other ones. Why would you deprive me?
I'm going to tell you right now what to do. So you
I just want to talk to you, and I've been on hold a long time, sir, trying to get this resolved, and I'd like to talk to you to get it resolved.
Do you have a pen and paper?
I would like to talk to you. Are you depriving me of the right to know what happened?
Do you have a pen and paper?
You don't want me to know what the other cases are? Are you covering for a crime, sir?
I'm going to give you the cases.
Okay.
Do you have a pen and paper?
Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I have pen and paper.
Okay. Write this down, please.
Okay.
It's PIA.
It's what?
PIA.
Okay.
Request.
No, I'm not being heard, sir. I've been on hold. I've been on the line 46 minutes. In fact, years. And it's like a multitude of parties are covering up. I'm not being heard, sir. I'm not being heard. You're a sergeant and I'm reporting crimes and I'm not being heard. So I've been on the line 46 minutes. I'm not being heard, Sergeant Garcia. So I've been on the line 46 minutes. So I would like to know why police were guarding the hospital room. Okay. I'd like to know why all these reports all over the place keeps coming up missing. It is a crime to slander someone and make false statements to get detained. I'm reporting that to you, as I've already reported, and it came up missing.
I'm gonna have somebody call you back then, okay?
Okay, so hold on.
You don't want to talk to me.
Are you slandering me to cover for evidence, sir? Tamper with evidence? I've already reported that. Why would you slander me and lie? And why would you mistreat me over someone slandering me, getting me detained on false pretenses?
Somebody will be giving you a call, okay?
Sir, I'm not want a resolution. Hold on, sir. Hello? Hello? Years. From
1 to 9, 9 being very satisfied, and 1